Hey guys, John Rettinger with Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing for you of the new HP iPAQ Glisten. This is a phone for AT&T Wireless that'll be available in the coming weeks. It's a Windows Mobile 6.5 or Windows Phone as Microsoft would like you to call it. It's got an AM OLED screen, GPS, and a ton of other good stuff. Let's go ahead and dig in and take a look. And of course, for an unboxing, we've got the big old knife, but he seems to have brought friends. These are both of them that I used for the unboxings. They were sitting here on my desk. So we got dueling big old knives, but I'm trying not to kill myself, so we'll just use one of them. And let's go ahead and dig into the box. This will be available for $179 after a $50 mail-in rebate. Get it out of the FedEx pack. There we go. Nothing else in there. The iPAQ Glisten. HP's kind of gone under the radar with phones for quite a while. This is one that was teased a little while back and is now available for public consumption or will be in the coming weeks. So it's letting you know on the front that it's got Wi-Fi, GPS, email, and a browser. And you can see on the front it's sort of a candy bar looking phone, sort of reminiscent of the BlackBerry Bold or Curve series. Looks like it's got some sort of optical trackpad in the middle, or maybe there's a D-pad. We'll take a look. And it's got an unskinned version of Windows Mobile 6.5. Telling you what's in the box, but no need to look at that since we're going to open it up in just a second. Let's take a look at some of the specs here. It is 4.45 high by 2.48 wide and 0.52 inches deep. The display is a pretty generous 2.5 inch QVGA, 64,000 color, 320 by 420 AM OLED screen. So for those who don't know what the AM OLED screen is, you right here it as AMOLED. Essentially what it means is it's a low power, really bright color. So it's really what you want on your smartphone. It's got 512 megabytes of flash ROM and 256 megabytes of RAM, and of course a micro SD card for going up to 32 gigs. It's got a camera with a 3.1 megapixel sensor with a 5x digital zoom, and it's got Wi-Fi, B&G, Bluetooth, on all that other goodness you'd expect, including GPS. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I have not seen one of these in person, so I have no idea what it's going to look like or how thick it's going to be. But let's take a look. So we've got some getting started on the front. Some stuff about AT&T Navigator, which I actually use. My iPhone's my daily driver, and I use AT&T Navigator. I think it's actually a pretty good option. Some cases from HP, and some information from HP as well. So here is the device itself, and push it off to the side for just 1 minute. There's a pretty decent sized battery there as well. We've got a wall charger, sort of similar to what you get now with the iPhone and some HTC devices, just a little wall plug with what appears to be a USB port, so it'll plug right in. And let's see what sort of connector HP decided to use with this. They are using micro USB, so at least it's not a proprietary standard. Go ahead and push all this off to the side, and let's take a look at the device itself. Pop the battery in too, and the battery is size, let's see if it tells us on it. Alright, so it appears to be a 1250 milliamp hour battery. It's a little bit long, but it's thin, so that's not too bad. So here is the phone itself. Let's take a look at what it looks like. So you've got your full keyboard on the front, and it looks to be a very generous keyboard spacing. The keys have nice throw. They're a little bit slick. And you can see there's a little bit of raise on them, so you can feel which key is which. From a Windows standpoint, you've got your buttons that you'd expect. This is a touchscreen, by the way. You've got your send key, you've got your Windows key, you've got your OK or back key, and your N key. And it does look like, well, that's just not an optical joypad. It's actually a full D-pad, 5-way with a button selection in the middle. And this is, of course, a resistive touchscreen. The only capacitive Windows mobile phone out there is the HTC HD2. Looks like we've got some LEDs and maybe a proximity sensor. We've got your volume toggle up and down on the left-hand side. Continuing on the right, you've got your 3.5mm headset jack and your micro USB charging port. There is your camera sensor. It does not have any sort of LED flash. And looks like you've got a stylus silo at the bottom, which is of the collapsible variety. So whether you like that or not, you're going to have it. So let's do a quick the camera focus again. Let's do a quick size comparison to some other devices you might be familiar with. Here is a similar form factor device. We've got the Palm Pixie for Sprint. The Pixie is probably the smallest candy bar form factor QWERTY phone that I've seen, and it's not that much smaller than the Glisten, so that goes to show that how small this device really is. The keyboard definitely looks to be way more spaced out on the HP than it is on the Pixie, but the keyboard on the Pixie is quite good, so we'll see how this one stacks up. From a thickness standpoint, HP looks a little bit thicker, but not much. The obligatory iPhone comparisons, people are familiar with the size of the iPhone. They don't look to be that different. We'll stack them on top. Side comparison. And sort of rounding out some of the carrier's flagship devices, here we have the BlackBerry Storm 2. Looks to be pretty similar. Let's compare it to the iPhone. Sort of rounding out the carrier's flagship devices, here we have the BlackBerry Storm 2. Looks to be relatively similar in size, and pretty close in thickness. So let's pop in the battery and see what this looks like. So here's the device sort of opened up. There's your SIM card slot, and your micro SD card slot is right there. And let's see if once the battery's in, if you have to pull it out to actually access that micro SD card slot. I'm inclined to believe that you are going to have to. Let's pop in the battery. And it looks like, yeah, it does cover up that slot. So you have to pull out the battery in order to access the micro SD. Which is a bit annoying, but it's pretty standard fare for most smartphones. Go ahead and push that back on, and let's power this thing on and see what we got. And it can take sometimes quite a while to power on Windows 6.5 devices, especially for the first time. So this gets to be a little bit long. I'm going to cut it short. You've got your big HP splash screen. So about a minute has elapsed. Now you get to the Windows calibration screen. This is a resistive screen. They're going to want you to calibrate it and first set up your phone. So they're saying tap it, so we'll go ahead and tap it. So we'll take out the stylus and we'll do the calibration. Go ahead and tap the center. And that's it. Here we are now in the standard unskinned Windows Phone or Windows Mobile 6.5 sliding panel interface. So like I usually do with all my phone reviews, I'll use this for a little bit and I'll let you guys know what I think. Hope you enjoy it. For exclusive content, check me out at Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. And for all of your exclusive technology news, be sure to check out technobuffalo.com for original tech articles to create your own sublogs and even monetize it, and to interact with other users in our built-in social network. Links to all that will be in the sidebar. I'll see you guys in the next video.